Hey guys, welcome to lecture 1 of DSP. So in this lecture we are going to discuss frequency domain sampling, frequency domain sampling and reconstruction of discrete time signal. So frequency domain sampling and reconstruction of discrete time signal. Consider so we shall consider a non-periodic discrete time signal x of n. So we know that the discrete time signal is represented by x of n, right? With its Fourier transform given by okay. So which signal is this? It's a non-periodic signal, right? And it's a discrete time signal. So what is the tool we have to take to convert this signal which is in time domain to frequency domain? So it is discrete time, and since it is non-periodic signal, I have to take Fourier transform. So it is DTFT is the tool which we have to take, right? So what is the output from this tool, DTFT tool? It is x of e power j omega, right? In short, we usually call it as x of omega. So this concept we have discussed in signals and systems, but still I'm going to put that equation here as well. Okay, so and this is equal to the input is what, x of n, right? So this is a signal where we need to feed the input x of n to the tool, right? So and since it's a non-periodic signal, so this x of n is varying from n taking from minus infinity to infinity. Okay, summation n varying from minus infinity to infinity x of n, and the basis is e power minus j omega n. So we shall call it as equation 1. Okay, so this, what is this equation? It's a DTFT equation, discrete time Fourier transform equation. Fine. So where okay, so we need to see what is this omega, right? This omega is an independent variable. First thing is, it's an independent variable, okay, and it is periodic. This omega is periodic with fundamental period 2 pi. So for every 2 pi, this independent variable, which is omega, is repeating. Okay, and its unit is radians per second. So first thing is, this omega is a independent variable, so it's a periodic with fundamental period 2 pi, and its unit is radians per second. Fine. So this is about the DTFT equation. Graphically, this is how x of omega looks like. So we have independent variable here. This is omega, and this pattern is repeating from omega varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. So from here to here, this pattern repeats from here to here, and again this repeats from here to here, and again this repeats from here to here, and this will continue from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, so say if this is 0, this is 2 pi, and 0 to 2 pi pattern repeats from 2 pi to 4 pi, and this repeats from 4 pi to 6 pi. Again this is minus 2 pi, and so on. Right. So and what is this independent variable is omega, right? Fine. So this is how graphical representation of DTFT looks like. So now what we do is, so we are going to take n equidistance samples, EQ, UI, n equidistant samples in the between the in the interval omega, so varying from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so I'm choosing this 0 to 2 pi. So from this 0 to 2 pi, I'm going to take n equidistant samples, right? So why am I doing this? That is the topic, right? It's a frequency domain sampling, right? So we had x of n, so we have taken it dt ft, we got x of omega. So this is in what domain? This is in time domain. Now x of omega is in frequency domain. This is our x of omega, this is our x of omega, which is in frequency domain. Now I need to sample it. Okay, so I'm choosing the interval from 0 to 2 pi. So how many samples I'm taking? N equidistant samples. So my first sample is here. Okay, say this is 0th sample. I take next one more sample, let me call it as 1. Okay, and distance between these two is called as delta omega, and the spacing is 2 pi. Why 2 pi? Because 0 to 2 pi, so divided by n, how many samples I'm taking. Okay, so again the next sample is somewhere here. Let me call it as 2, second sample. And what is the distance between first sample and second sample? Again, this is the same as delta omega. And what is this right hand side? 2 pi divided by n. So the spacing between these successive samples will be the same. And what is it? It is delta omega. And what is delta omega? 2 pi by n. Okay, so one more sample here, which is third sample. One more sample is here, which is fourth sample. Dot 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 dot. What is the last sample? Last sample is here. So, and how do we call it? So this is actually nth sample, right? And what is the last but one sample? Last but one sample is, and this sample is n minus 1 sample. This is nth sample, this is n minus 1th sample. Fine. So what did I do? So I converted x of n to x of omega from time domain to frequency domain, and have taken the period interval 0 to 2 pi, and I have sampled it with n equidistant samples. Fine. So this, what I did here is graphically with respect to the waveform, but how do I put it in equation? So we shall see that. So what is x of omega? Omega is equal to summation n varying from minus infinity to infinity x of n e power minus j omega n. So from equation 1, right? What is this? This is DTFT equation, right? So it is DTFT equation. So graphically what we did, from 0 to 2 pi, how many samples you have taken? n equidistant samples, right? And which is from omega. So what I need to do is, I have to replace omega by 2 pi. Why? Because 0 to 2 pi I have taken the interval from 0 to 2 pi. So how many samples I have taken? Divided by n. Okay, now I have to put one more variable here, which I will let you know. So before that, so omega is equal to so 2 pi divided by n. 2 pi by n is the distance, right? But I want to address individual samples. How do I address individual samples here? So this 2 pi by n is just the distance between these two, which are equal, right? Successive samples which are same, 2 pi by n. But I want to address these individual samples. How do I do that? I have to put one more variable called as k. Okay, now where k takes the value integer from 0 to n minus 1. Now what happens when k is equal to 0? 2 pi by n into 0, which is 0. So I am addressing these samples, right? This sample, right? So when k is equal to 1, 1 times 2 pi by n, which is this, I am addressing this sample. When k is equal to 2, 2 times 2 pi by n, so I am addressing the third sample. When k is equal to 3, 3 times 2 pi by n. So when k is equal to n minus 1, I am addressing this sample. Fine. Okay, so it is not just 2 pi by n, so I have to put one more variable called as k, and k is an integer taking 0 to n minus 1. And what is the role of k here? Which address individual samples in frequency domain. So this is equal to, so what I have to do is, in the right hand side, wherever omega is there, I have to replace it by 2 pi by n into k. So summation n varying from minus infinity to infinity x of n e power minus j 2 pi by n into k So this is the omega part, and left out term is n, right? So where k is varying from 0 to n minus 1. Fine. So this is before sampling, x of omega before sampling, and this equation is after sampling. So we shall call this equation as equation 2. Okay. We still have to continue. We'll continue this derivation in lecture 2.